Hello. 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 I believe it's Tuesday. We're going to talk Dead and Company. You guys want to talk Dead and Company? I believe you do. Things tell me. And by things, I mean like my YouTube app is like, hey man, a lot of people that watch your videos, they're checking out a lot of Dead and Company here lately. The final tour, and they are in Cincinnati, Ohio tonight. I had a viewer of a recent video suggest, and not really suggest, sort of demand that I get down to Cincinnati and check out this tour. And I did. Hey, look, I at least checked out the opener here on YouTube. Should have waited another 15 minutes. Could have checked out the second set opener. And it started to jam. I was like, all right, I kind of dig this. All right, this is I don't know if I just feel like I kind of missed out on the whole Grateful Dead thing. And I know, and I cannot believe that Dead and Company have lasted this long, really. I mean, they've had a longer career than some bands, really, now. Still see O'Teal out there, Clementi, John Mayer, of course, Bob Weir. Bob Weir coming strong on the vocals, I felt tonight. John Mayer, strong on guitar, leading the jam there, and the rhythm section, of course, getting it done. O'Teal, I don't know. I'm not, like I said, I'm not very familiar. I noticed O'Teal appears he looks like, because then after I watched tonight, I skimmed through some other recent openers. A lot of different bass guitars with O'Teal. It doesn't seem to want to just pick one and stick with it. Or maybe he just has two or three and, it just happened to be a different one in the videos that I clicked on. And I got to say, when they first kicked this thing off, I feel like it was after the Fare Thee Well in 2015. And I don't think I'm crazy. I think they originally, speaking of O'Teal, I believe they originally asked Mike Gordon. It was like, maybe we'll do one more. We did those two shows, but maybe we would like to hit a few more cities here. Maybe do like a small tour, I guess. We weren't calling it another Fare Thee Well or anything like that. And Mike declined. Mike's got his own thing going on. Mike has fish going on, obviously. He just did not probably have the time that Trey had. There was a nice little gap there in between, and Trey knew he only had a few shows. So 6 shows, or was it 5? 4, 5, or 6 shows. I already forget, actually. 2, 4, 5? The 2 in California, I believe, but then I can't remember if it was 2 or 3 in Chicago. Somebody will let me know. And so, like I was saying, I just cannot believe that all these years later, once they settled on a band, that they have just been just like an ongoing touring band. I believe every summer since, maybe not every summer since. Obviously, 2020 they were down, but yeah, it's kind of shocking, really. John Mayer survived throughout the whole thing. Bob Weir still getting it done. Notice Bob Weir's shorts much longer, almost down well below the knees now. It's almost like he took khaki pants and just cut them off with a pair of scissors. Much, much better than those ones he was wearing deep into the 2000s, deep into the teens, well beyond the aughts. Bob Weir still rocking shorts way up there. Seeing some thigh hair on Bob Weir is a little disconcerting at times on stage. So good for those guys. Maybe this guy's right. He demanded I should have won. There's all kinds of stuff. Billy Strings is up in Cleveland. Gizzard's up in Chicago. All doable shows, but we're passing for now. Unfortunately, that's how it's going. So, and then the other thing, this kind of ties in with Grateful Dead. I'm sure there's many times, especially the further back in time you go, you probably felt like you were at some kind of alien invasion or some kind of alien stuff going on during a Grateful Dead show. The 60s, 70s, maybe even into the 80s and early 90s. I don't know. Now, not sure if it has that psychedelic and alien has landed and we're all getting on board feel to it. Perhaps it does. I like the jam in the opener tonight. I also can't not mention this. You guys certainly will care. Went to school with Mike Jehoda. So it fit in perfectly. Mike Jehoda's favorite choir, oh, he was not a fan. I think it made him hate the whole band. Anybody that liked the Grateful Dead, or even me that just kind of casually knew of that song, would always say Mike Jehoda's favorite choir. He was not on board. So now let's get into this Las Vegas, April 30th Las Vegas alien incident. The 911 call seemed legit. At first, I was like, what's going on here? Didn't quite put together either, because it's been a couple weeks since the story kind of hit the internet. And not just internet, news out there in Las Vegas. Las Vegas local news, but hey, whatever. It's a big channel, man, for Las Vegas. For any local news, really. That's what I'm trying to say. For as far as local news goes, Las Vegas is a big one. That's one you want to tune into. You might want to subscribe to their YouTube. Always things happening there. You know, it's not like you don't want to subscribe to the Dayton local news on YouTube. No reason. Even if you live here, I don't. So I thought on the night, and you know, he's saying crazy things on the 911 call. This thing could be 8 feet, 9 feet, 10 feet. Forget what the dispatcher referred to it as. Not a suspect, but she was like, you said she didn't use the word creature. I forget what word she used, damn it, but it was a good one. It was funny because she was like, okay, like she was trying to take it seriously because she could probably hear the seriousness in his voice. So, I can't remember what she referred to it as. I don't think he used the word alien. I'm already forgetting this 911 call. It was, but one thing was, you know, it was a little concerning, I suppose, was the 38 minutes that it took the police to arrive. And then there was a meteor that night that I believe has been documented on video, and you know, the type of nerds that keep track of that thing, they got it. The U.S. Whatever Space Force or something, I guess, keeps track of that, and which is cool. If you've ever seen one, they are very cool. And so I don't know what was going on. I mean, there's lots of meth in Las Vegas. Who knows? But I did think the 911 call sounded legit. And it's odd that it took a couple weeks for the story to break. You know, and it comes at a time, it seems like, you know, throughout my life, the UFO alien stuff has kind of come and went. You know, it seems like it gets a little bit of momentum. You know, you think you're going to maybe find something. And it's just still, you know, now, still, even this one, nothing, man. No, nothing. The cop shut off his body cam when he walked into the backyard. Why? You were already claimed to us because they were on private property, but I feel like he was on private property before he got to that back gate to walk in the backyard. I don't know. I don't know what was going on. They showed some overhead picture of some circle. It just kind of looked to me like a car, maybe, for whatever reason, was driving around. I don't know. Perhaps they were just hoaxers. I don't know why people would do such a thing, but they do. It certainly happens. It just seems odd. It seems like really going hard to, like, wait for your moment. It's always happening out west, too, man. Why is there never any UFO sightings in, like, Florida? It seems like there'd be a lot in Florida. Maybe every now and then in Texas. I think Baker Mayfield claims he saw something in Texas once. Over the lake down there near Austin. I don't know. It seems like a lot of times they're out west. You know, are they curious? Are they checking in on Roswell, Area 51? I don't know. We did some testing out there years ago. Perhaps we still do. I don't know. What's going on out there in the desert? You don't either. Don't pretend you do. You're like, oh, I know. Well, I don't know. You don't. You know, man. We don't know what's going on out there in the desert. They even tried to change the name of UFO. I forget recently. I think maybe it's like the official Air Force or government. Again, maybe the much ballyhooed Space Force has got a new name for it. They're like, I don't know, something, aerial craft, unidentified, flying unidentifieds or something. I don't know. All right, we have rambled on enough. This was going to be a Dead and Company video. We kind of drifted. I've been thinking a lot about this aliens. A couple guys on there. Guy from Discovery Plus was talking. I don't know. I don't know what was going on. I just thought the 911 call seemed legit. And then after that, kind of losing hope. No video, no pictures, nothing. Just some guy saying he saw an 8 to 10 foot creature of some sort. Big eye. Always got big eyes. I don't know why they always got big eyes. Again, they have like fur on their eyes and like they glue. I don't know. These needles coming out. Man, it's raining again. It's never going to stop raining. Looked like it wasn't raining in Cincinnati for Dead and Company. Seems like it's raining everywhere else, though. In Ohio. At least in my neighborhood. Everywhere I go, it's raining. All right, guys, boo. We got to get out of here. Billy opened with everything's the same. It sure is.